Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge and happy Wednesday update day. Today's update is all about a brand new Trailblazer track. And honestly, I think this is the perfect time for a Trailblazer track because since the Summer Daze Festival is all wrapped up on the Fort Pinta Beach, usually like the week after a festival wraps up, I kind of go through like this period of, well, the dailies that I was doing are now gone and now I need to get back into the routine of my normal dailies. And usually that just means that I don't really play for a week. But with the Trailblazer track, it's a good way to kind of force you to go back into your routines because now you're being rewarded for, playing daily. So it's a little bit easier to transition back into your normal day-to-day. Anyways, as I normally do, I'm going to give you your full comprehensive guide on how to complete the Trailblazer track, and then we'll get into the rest of today's update. So if you're new here, the Trailblazer track is essentially kind of Star Stable's version of a battle pass. It is free for Star Riders, so if you are already a either monthly Star Rider or a full-time Star Rider, you don't need to pay anything to access the Trailblazer track. And for non-Star Riders, you can still work towards the items on the track. You can get your points and do your dailies. However, you just can't claim the items along the track until you become a Star Rider. There is a loophole to this, however, and that's if you become a free Star Rider, which pretty much only happens with Star Rider codes. Those are fewer and further between. However, there are some that are like always active, but once you've claimed it, you can't use it anymore. I'm not sure of which ones are active currently. Here are some Star Rider codes. I don't know if these are active. I don't really have a way to check. And again, if you've already used these codes, they will no longer work for you. But anyways, what I would suggest doing is going through the entire Trailblazer track, earning as many points as you can to get to the last level, and then activating your free Star Rider so you can collect all of the rewards at once, and so you don't have to like race to complete the track in 5 days. It's not really realistic to do that. The main point of the Trailblazer track is to reward you for actually playing the game. So if you just do the things that you normally do in game, you're going to accrue points, and those points are going to unlock different rewards up to 35 levels. It's a total of 35 levels, but they give you the first one for free, so you're only earning 34,000 points, which sounds like a lot, but I'm going to break it down. How to access your Trailblazer track. On computer, you're going to look to the bottom right for this little compass rose icon. I believe it's on the upper half of the screen on mobile, and clicking this menu will open up your Trailblazer track menu. This time, the Trailblazer track is called the Trail of Wilderness, and it will run through August 6th. So I think August 5th is the last day. August 6th means that it's over. Let's take a look at these rewards. We got some Jolly Hoof treats, some travel dust, horseshoes the Master Blacksmith, a staple along the Trailblazer track, your Jar of Wisdom, and then you start with your faux fur saddle pad. This Trailblazer track, we are getting a full tack and outfit set. So one full tack set, one full outfit set that go together. These tend to be max stats, so it is great to have as an early level player. Other items you're getting in addition to the tack and travel dust and jars of wisdom, you're getting some Ferris plants, you're getting 20 of each. You're getting large shiny gemstones, 5 of them to be exact, and you are getting 4 7-day stable care coupons, which is enough to last you the length of the Trailblazer track. So you won't have to pay for stable care for the entire time that this is going on if you use those coupons. I actually have some saved up from last time, so usually this will last me between Trailblazer tracks. Just as like a quick FYI, if you ever have a question about Star Stable's like mini events or anything that has like a brand new UI, there's usually a question mark in the upper left, and that will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about what is going on. This pretty much only applies to Trailblazer track and the champion ranks, and even the champion ranks don't always work. I know the first week the champion ranks, the question mark usually doesn't work, and honestly this last champion ranks, I never checked to see if that question mark ever worked. But at least the Trailblazer track window usually works, and this is the one that has more confusion. One of the biggest misconceptions and confusions that I see around the Trailblazer track is how you earn points. Despite having this system for almost a year now, people still seem to think that the activity that you do is determining how many points you get. Like that there are some things you can do that earn you more points than others. And that's not really true. All of the different activities and quests that you can do in game, this is your races, your quests, your championships, caring for your horse, like one horse fully, all 4 tasks, gathering a collectible, which is like your stars, your Catherine's memories, tokens travels, Orissa's dolls, completing achievements. Anything that you do in game counts as an activity. The only caveat here, though, with quests is they have to be blue or yellow quests. The purple repeatable dailies, those are mostly like a handful of races around the map. Those do not count towards the Trailblazer track. So all activities, races, quests, championships will earn you the same amount of points. The different point values that you're seeing are based on how many activities you do per day. Your first 4 activities are going to earn you 100 points each. Your next 5 to 8 activities will get you 80 points each. 9 to 12 activities will give you 60 points each. And anything past 12 will get you 10 points each. Now, there is a slight difference about earning points, and that's gatherables. So, where any activity will give you a set amount of points based on how many activities you've done already that day, gatherables will give you 1 point each. So, every time you collect a firefly in Hollow Woods, one of Farah's flowers around the map, as well as harvesting plants from your Valedale garden or collecting Bonnie's recyclables, those will each get you 1 point each. Now, you might be saying that 1 point is not really worth it. However, that does add up a lot, especially when we get into bonus point days. Now, bonus point days, we don't really know when these happen. Sometimes we only get 1 bonus point day, sometimes we get 2, sometimes it's like the second week, sometimes it's the last week. We never really know when they're going to happen, but they will announce it in the news if there will be a bonus point day sometime during the week. What happens with bonus point days is every activity gets a bonus 30 points, no matter which one you've done. So your first 4 activities will give you 130 points each, all the way down the line until you get to your 12 plus. So anything after your 12th activity will give you a total of 40 points, which is a really great bonus. Your gatherables, however, will gain 2 points each, so that 1 point per gatherable now goes up to 3 points each. And you can burn through the Trailblazer track really fast, catching fireflies in Valedale when it's bonus trail point day. A good tip to completing the Trailblazer track on time is what I usually call the bare minimum. And what I mean by that is you're going to do your 12 tasks plus claim this button. This is your claim daily points. When you do that, you get 450 points every single day. It's a big chunk, and honestly, I forget this button all the time. So do your best to remember that claim daily points button. If you do that every day, plus your 12 activities, you are going to earn a total of 1,410 points every day. If you do that every single day, you'll be able to complete the Trailblazer track in just over 24 days. So on the 25th day, you should complete the Trailblazer track. And since there are 28 days of the Trailblazer track, you'll have about 3 days spare just in case you forget to log on. And now that's if you only log on, do your 12 tasks, and log off. If you stay on for any amount of time more than those 12 tasks, you will inevitably just earn points unless you don't do anything but stand around Steve's. I do highly recommend doing your 12 tasks and running around the Hollow Woods for a little bit just to collect a couple of fireflies. Even doing like your Valedale garden and then getting a couple more fireflies on that, you can like easily get 300 additional points every day. Collecting, I think it's about like 80 points in your Valedale garden, and then another like 120 points, 220 points just by running around the Valedale Woods for, I don't know, 30 minutes. And plus, when you collect light, you have the added bonus because you can store that and sell it later, which is great for a certain upcoming Western festival sometime in August. And then again, it's even better when there's bonus point days because you have a couple of extra days of extra point earning. When those bonus point days do happen, try to commit to being online for a little bit longer, because at that point, then every single activity you get earns you an extra 30 points, which again, adds up significantly. But again, if you're only going to log in every day and do your bare minimum tasks, you will still complete the Trailblazer track. You just have to commit to not skipping a day. And if you do, you only have 3 days buffer. Once you've earned your points, and again, if you're a Star Rider, you can claim your rewards either by clicking on the highlighted reward that you've earned or clicking the Claim All Rewards button. Let's say you started off really strong and you started doing your dailies and you're logging in every day and you're getting your daily points, but then you miss a couple days and you completely forget that the Trailblazer track is going on, and now you don't know how many points you need in order to complete the Trailblazer track on time. Well, there's a handy dandy little formula that you can use to figure out how many points you need to earn each day in order to complete the Trailblazer track on time. Basically, you're going to divide your points remaining by your days remaining. To figure out how many points you have remaining, you're going to add up your remaining milestones and multiply those by 1,000 because they're 1,000 points each. and then subtract however many points you have that are currently contributing towards your next level, because you already earned those, you need to count for them. Once you have that number, you're going to count up how many days you have left, and then divide your points remaining by your days remaining, and then you're going to figure out how many points you need per day. At that point, if your remaining total is above 1,410 points, and it's not bonus point day, you're going to need to supplement with other activities. So you'll have to do your 12 daily activities, and then I recommend, again, running around Hollow Woods, and then supplement whatever is remaining over 1,410 points. That's probably your quickest way to do it versus doing 10 points at a time for each race or activity. And while I have given you some tips and tricks on how to complete the Trailblazer Track in a timely manner, it is worth noting that it is not a race. You don't have to complete this as fast as possible. Obviously, you have 28 whole days, and again, as long as you're at least a little bit committed to playing the game, you'll unlock everything on the Trailblazer Track, no problem. I also have seen this argument a lot about players getting upset that they don't have time to play Star Stable, and how does Star Stable expect them to log in every day and do this? And to that I say, you don't have to play the game if you don't want to. This is really just an activity for the people who do play every day, so they can be rewarded for playing every day. You have to play the game in order to unlock the rewards. That's kind of the whole point and incentive behind the system. So if you want to unlock the things, you have to play the game. If you don't want to play the game, you don't unlock the things. The items along the Trailblazer Track, at least the clothing and tack items, will be available in the global store in 6 months. The Trailblazer Track has exclusive items you can unlock for free, but they're only exclusive for 6 months. So after the 6 months, you can just buy the item in the global shop. So if you happen to miss anything, or if you just don't like playing the Trailblazer Track, you don't have to. You can just buy the clothing items that you want in 6 months. I usually don't include this part in the video, but I am going to do my 12 activities and earn my daily points. It really doesn't take long, and this way I can give you some tips and tricks while I do. Is that going to make the video a little long? Yeah, probably, but it's okay. So normally the big advice that I can give you for Trailblazer Track is to use your home stable to your advantage. My home stable is Silver Lake Equestrian Center, so normally what I will do is I'll do my outside stable chores. I'll do the 3 jumping races, which are Lynn's, the 2 equitation races, the gardener's race, so that's 9 activities right there. And then I can either do the 3 at the Baroness's racetrack, or if I feel like going into Golden Leaves, maybe I'll do Jasper's races and like the Fox race, or I'll do I don't remember her name, but the girl who says I'll do her race. Or I can go into the medieval area, and there's like 3 races there as well. Actually, there are 4 activities there that you can do. If you've already done all of the reputation quests, there are 4 dailies there. So you've got options, especially around Silver Lake Equestrian Center, but realistically, I play a lot, so I know that I'm going to be all over the map anyway. So some other things that I might consider doing are stable chores at other places. I'll do races at other places. Collecting your fossils in either Dino Valley or Epona, but specifically the extra interesting finds, those orange ones, will also count along the Trailblazer Track as well. So I do those every day, or at least I try to, so maybe I'll do those sometimes. Because every quest or race or activity counts, you can literally do anything to earn those 12 points. If you're on like a horse experience route, then you can do Mary's Animals, that's 4 points. And then if, let's say I did Fir Grove right now, that's 7 points right there. I say points, I mean activities. Hollow Woods is another good place to do your Trailblazer Track, because you can do your, I think it's like the 4 runestones that get you lots of light. I think there's 4. The ones that you like find, you know what, let's go do those. These guys. There's 4 of these around Hollow Woods. These also count as activities. And so do the runestone puzzles, like the shifting image ones. Those also count as an activity. Those are obviously a little harder to find though. I think unlocking trap satchels also works. Yep. Ah, these guys, this is what I was talking about. Though this one doesn't want to let me in. There we go. If you have a hard time visualizing these puzzles, you can take a picture and then do what the transformation is on your phone. This way you have a reference of what it's supposed to look like. Boom. Another activity. If you have also gone along the magic paths, doing these horse activities, these are technically quests, but if you get further down the line, all you have to do is pet them. that's another activity, and that also gives you horse experience. So there are 4 of those across Hollowwood. So doing those 4 plus the 4 find the symbols puzzles, that's 8. If you haven't done your Rune Runner, that's another 5. That's 5 activities right there, because there are 3 training missions and then another 2 just regular missions. So that's 5 activities right there. So that's 5 plus the 4 horses and the 4 matching the symbol. You've already hit 12, and you're making progress on your Rune Runner. That's great. And then on top of that, if you either don't have that or you don't want to do that, Dale also has 3 stable chores you can do. And there's also, 4 races in Hollowwoods, and then sometimes Sonia has a daily. So lots of stuff to do around Hollowwoods as well. But again, if you're trying to be quick about it, use your home stable to your advantage, because again, you can just stick to what's around your home stable. Oh my God, John, I don't want to talk to you. Sticking around your home stable allows you to call for pickup, so you can get quick access to your home stable, and then you can just do what's around there. And what's more, because changing your home stable is free, you can change your home stable temporarily for the Trailblazer Track to a home stable that has a lot of activities around it, or the activities that you think you can do quickly or that are most effective to you. So if you're trying to earn a lot of light to like get yourself like a little bank, do Hollowwoods, because that's going to get you light as you're doing your Trailblazer Track. You're also getting extra points because collecting light gives you extra points. We've talked about this. Basically, stick to what you like doing daily, and you will complete the Trailblazer Track quite quickly. And that's the point. The point is to earn points just by doing the things you already do in-game. You can make it easier by moving your home stable, or you can just simply exist and do the activities around you when you start playing. I also like to do Farrah's Workshop sometimes, but I usually only pick the ones that have the 250, but these will also count as activities. I know I've already mucked 2 stables, but I'm doing a 3rd. Oh, I miscounted. I guess I'm done. Either that was the 10 or one of the stable chores was. So I went a little over because of gathering light, but because I've unlocked the 2nd level, that was 1,473 points in like 10 minutes of time. So that is my comprehensive guide on how to do the Trailblazer Track. If you have any questions or if I missed anything, just feel free to leave them in the comments. I will answer them as best as I can. Again, you have plenty of time. Take this at your own pace. There isn't a maximum amount of points that you can earn a day, so you can just keep earning 10 points on top of 10 points or collecting fireflies after you've collected all of your 12 activities. But again, it's not a race. Complete it at your own pace, or don't complete it at all if you don't want to. I really do like the Trailblazer Tracks. I was going to play the game anyway. It's nice that I'm going to be rewarded for it as well. And that's the spirit of the Trailblazer Track. As far as other updates today, there is only one other thing, and it is that we have a new outfit set. I believe these are in Global Shop. It didn't actually say. But yes. Ooh, hold on. These are cute. Okay, so as far as horse tack goes, we have 2 new tack sets. We have a brown jumping set, the world-class jumping set. It's got a really cute saddle pad. I like this a lot. And it looks like we have a world-class dressage set as well, which is more black and silver. These are really cute. I might have to get these on my list. I mean, I have a lot of brown and silver saddles though, so I might just get the saddle pad. The saddle pad is cute. I really like it. Ooh, you know what though? We have a black and gold Cavison noseband bridle. I might get this one. There's not a whole lot of like black and gold sets that I really like. It's like the medieval ones and I can't use those for showing. This one's nice. I like this. And I might wind up actually getting this saddle and this bridle and the saddle pads. They're on my list. Okay, what can I say? And clothing wise, please give me a new vest. Okay, no vest, but I did see this one. I didn't know when it was coming out and I want it so bad. I love it. I wanted to see if these had socks. They don't, but it is a nice pair of tan pants. And like, you know, you got the rest of your staples. You got your helmets, you got your dressage hat. You got everything you need for both sets. I really like this jacket. It's on my list. And finally, I know that this is Summer Daze and no longer applicable anymore, but the whole reason that I started this channel was to document the different quests and like event activities and stuff that comes out every week. And just in case it changes next year, I wanted to actually include the quest, the completion quest for getting the crab. It wasn't important, so I figured I'd put this at the end. But anyways, here's the quest dialogue from the last of Ben's Summer Daze daily quest unlock board. This is the last quest that unlocks the crab. I wholeheartedly agree, dude. This has been awesome. But of course, we couldn't have done it without you, Arya. Thanks for all your great work. I think you're like ready for a promotion, dude. I now pronounce you Executive of Crab Dudes. And as a final token of my appreciation, I now trust you to take care of this snappy dude. I believe his seasickness will greatly improve and he'll be like so much happier, dude. Thanks to you, the beach is filled to the brim with tourists having the best summer of their lives, dude. We'll have to get a bigger beach next year. Before I send you off, allow me to like play the guitar at you, dude. Only the best for the best executive of crab dudes. I always forget to turn my music on for this part. Take care. Yeah, would have been better if I turned my music on. Yup. Just sitting here in silence because I forgot to turn the music on. I also did it a second time to see what the music was. But it doesn't seem like there was music. It just kind of was the normal Fort Pinta music that didn't have guitar in it anyway. So I don't know. It was I don't know if everybody else had the same experience. I don't know if I did something that bugged it, but either way, it probably wasn't worth recording it twice. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update and more. Next week, we are getting a brand new horse added to the game, the Jorvik Mountain Horse, which is Jorvik's version of the Rocky Mountain Horse because the name is trademarked. So with that, I will see you all in next week's video. Bye!